Zahard, Jahad, King of the Tower. I'm on your ass, boy. Like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell down to the goals to the 13-month series. This can get you and you can stay notified. Weather's getting nicer. The hoochie daddies are coming on. Gotta show some summertime, springtime. But anyways, I want to talk about Zahard being the mastermind behind a lot of the things that are happening right now, or at least him playing a major role in V's downfall, from the standpoint that I think a lot of us believe Traumerei and Zahard have a close relationship. Obviously, Traumerei respects the king of the tower, and it could have been something like maybe Zahard had groomed him from the standpoint of groomed him to be dependent on him or to listen to him no matter what the situation may be, at least over the other great warriors that they climbed with. Or just actually they were the closest and spent a lot of time together climbing, and maybe they understood each other on a deeper level, and that's why Traumerei shows him a level of respect that maybe a Kunedwan or Ariahan do not, or other people, other characters, right? So keep that in mind. Because with Traumerei trying to frame V, that to me is either just like a random, oh my god, I'm panicking, what do I do to get them off my case type beat with Enkidu and whatnot, or Zahard, the woman you love likes V, is with V, has a kid with V, or eventually will have a kid with V. I feel like this is you speaking through Traumerei telling Traumerei, hey, this is the way out, but really, that's you trying to get V out the paint so you can have Arlen for yourself. And I kind of want to talk about that. And I want to tackle this from multiple perspectives because I'm not entirely sure how it works. Maybe that's just not true, and this was all Traumerei. And maybe he made all of these decisions in the moment, and they were emotional, timely decisions. The second one, the one that I truly think, so I'll tell you what I think first. Sorry, let me start there. I think Traumerei and Zahard were working together, but Traumerei wasn't operating with a full deck of cards. He had about 70% of all the information, or with Zahard's future sight, fate reading, whatever you want to call it. He picked and chose what to tell him in order to manipulate the situation to end up a certain way. The question I want to ask you guys happens to be, do you think he made the decision to kill Ame emotionally in that moment, just right then and there? Was it always part of the plan? Or do you think there was maybe like a branching paths with the fate where it's like, if you can somehow get her to stay or keep her quote unquote captive, it's fine. But if that doesn't work, you have to body her, or else things will go awry, will not go our way. So I wonder about that moment in specific, because I could see it going both ways to some degree. But I think Jahad for sure wanted that to happen and to blame it on V so that he looks like the bad guy, and that gives him really good reason to rally the warriors to go, and the warriors, like I'm thinking like it's Golden State, but like the 13 great warriors, I know it's not 13 of them, but you get what I'm saying, a family head, so to speak, to actually wage war against V and Arlene and Loose Like and whatnot. And remember, Loose Like is here. Loose Like did come to take Ame back to where they're at. So it's not completely irrational or unfeasible that people would like believe that maybe V was involved. We also don't know what type of man V happens to be. We can't assume that he's just the greatest, nicest, good dude. We can't assume that maybe he's like the first coming of Bam in a way, because Bam is seen as a nice boy, right? V could have these sides to him. As much as I love Mazzino, and I don't think Mazzino's like a bad dude, Mazzino has fuckboy tendencies, texting all these girls, so that's not great, right? And that's probably a self-esteem thing. And then also, he's extremely arrogant. At the end of the day, he's a self-proclaimed champion of the tower. He has the utmost confidence and belief in himself. Just because you see him do nice things here and there and little acts like, oh, I respect that, doesn't mean that there couldn't have been a time where he was a menace or just killed an entire floor because they pissed him off or something. Gustang said, if I don't play my cards right here in the hidden floor, you might take it out on my family. Remember that. No one's perfect. You don't have to necessarily root for everything they do. You can criticize what you don't like, but I'm getting too much of the morality thing. I don't want to get into that. That wasn't for this video, but my point stands though. Now, circling back to what I was talking about, I truly wonder if like, I think Hadon too, sorry, is playing the long game as well. Like, I really think Hadon sent an Enkidu to take over the specific body that he did, and then like he's playing the super duper mega ultra long game, while Zahard's playing the long game. And I think this was supposed to lead to V's death or downfall. You might think V's alive. Not mad at that. I'm not saying V is dead. He could be alive. I don't hate the idea that him and Arlene are alive. I just have to see how it's executed. That's going to mean a lot to me. You know me. I think execution is king. But I just want people's general thoughts and opinions on the plan here. Traumerei's plan, Traumerei and Zahard. Zahard only really because he never really told Traumerei the truth of what was really going on. So Traumerei was not operated on the proper information, and thus did things to screw himself over even more in the long run. A lot of food for thought. And I think what also adds credence to this, in my opinion, is Gustang. To me, Gustang's personality, from the standpoint of being suspicious, I suppose. I don't say cynical, skeptical. I have that in me. You could look me right in the eye and tell me, yo, Naya, I played a game yesterday. I had a 36-point triple-double. I might not believe you. I might nod in your head like, okay, that's what's up. You keep cooking. The whole time I'm Googling, did you really drop that? It's not to say I'm a distrusting person. I don't trust people saying. Actually, I guess I kind of am. But the fact of the matter is, I like to verify information before I, align myself with the thought process or that info. You know what I'm saying? I think Gustang is similar in that sense, and I think he was starting to really understand that with the memories that they have and the history that he was supposed to be keeping and didn't keep it the way he did. The King of the Tower fell down in his respect ranks. And he's like, no, you're doing something shady. I don't mess with you. Think about the order to eradicate the entire Pobedao family as well. Like, there's more there, and I think it starts with this situation to some degree. I think, oh, by the way, I do think Ame knowing about the experiments and stuff too was also probably not a good thing for them. I think Gustang and Zahard already started with the princess system, and I think in terms of making creatures and beastkins and all kinds of weird divine sea creatures in the tower, Traumerei and the King of the Tower have already started to do that. So I just wanted to point that out real quick. I don't want to call anyone innocent here. Everybody's hands are dirty, in the mud, in the dirt, right? Just, I don't know, man. I think I have so much questions, but I hate like having to like do this because I'm like, damn it, I there's so much more info I need to really be able to concretely tell you what I think, because a lot of the times I'm thinking through it as I'm speaking about it, if you get what I'm saying. Like, and then just even Gustang being like, your father to Bam, your father's the worst person I ever known. Some people took that as his father's really Zahard. I don't believe that. I think that when he said that, he didn't have this memory, and thus he really thought V was the worst person because of the rift would happen and this being the catalyst for the war. And when he says he has to erase the memory of everybody involved because he's the record keeper, that is an interesting statement to me, because if I'm a family head and event B happens and it causes the death of billions of whatever on this floor and I'm not there, they don't come from my memory. I wasn't involved in that. So as a family head, I keep that. I'm starting to kind of understand why they have discarded and have different memories. I think they can all do it. We've seen Gustang erase all the memories on the hidden floor in conjunction with, we know Leviathan has a lot of Traumerei's dirty memories, so to speak. But let me know what you guys think. Did Zahard's fate-seeing ability and his future sight, if you will, allow him to manipulate the situation to work to his advantage? I want to know, man, because I think there's probably a lot of truth there to some degree, in some capacity, in some way, shape, or form. When do you guys think he got the ability to see fate? Was that granted to him when he became the king? Was it an ability he always had inherently and had to hone it as he climbed the tower? I'm not entirely sure what you guys think about that. Is that his irregular thing? We know Kel Helm can do it, so just a lot of questions, man. They're good ones, they're intriguing ones, but hopefully all the answers are satisfying when it's all said and done. But let me know what you guys think, man. And has your thoughts about Traumerei kind of shifted and changed with things, man? Because that boy really made Enkidu say all those things to maybe get to rally them to go against them. And then Enkidu's like, I didn't do it. I didn't kill her. Woo! Spicy. Like the video. Patreon gang, appreciate you guys as always for helping me out Trust me, it means a lot. Shout out to the CBLs. That's the certified BAM lovers, La Bam James. But a bigger shout out to the Priests of Fire. That's real Brilith gang. Are they the real CBLs? They just might be. But a huge, enormous shout out to the Fifth Zen Gods. Shout out to Zyler Scotty, Zodiac Nemiko, Wolf General, Urek Mazzino, Tino Brown, Tau, Sly, Simi, Scobe, S, Rox G, Revenant, Naz Riley, Lucky Roo, Lopobia Blaze, Lazy Dragon, Catan, Johnny Rogers, Jay, Huey, Fairs, Childish Nujabes, and Big Abdel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Ayo, today I had a slice of a leaf. We eating good.